I have a much worse one. I watched. Okay, there's this. Only a handful of people might even know what I'm talking about, but there was this VHS of that came out every February of this Dr. Martin Luther King cartoon by Deke, and it was called Our Friend Martin.
Whoa!
And it was about some kids that were some super 90s kids. They were 90s kids.
Okay.
And they went to Martin Luther King's house, and they touched his magic things. And Whoopi Goldberg was there, and she winds a clock. And basically, they travel back in time to different periods of Martin Luther King's life. And then at the end of the movie, they say, "Hey, Martin," like, because they heard that they didn't know he died. I guess they were like, "Hey, we heard you." They were like, "If you stick around here, you're gonna die." And so they took him back as a kid. They took him as a kid, and they took him to the future. And then the future had changed.
Okay. Okay.
Specific.
And there's a moment.
Like Bishop style?
There's a moment where Martin Luther King picks up the magic time machine glove that they used to get back in time in the first place. And he says, "I don't want this to be this way for you. There's something that I know I have to do." So then they added this extra layer to Martin Luther King.
Where he knew
that he was going to die.
And he went back to face
they show the wormhole. They show him walk through the wormhole.
Wait,
and
hold on. Is this a manga?
This basically.
What is it?
I might need to find it. We need to watch it tonight.
Maybe.
Okay,
What
so
the fuck?
he goes into the wormhole, and you see him because he's a kid. They had gone through different periods of his life, and they said, "Okay, hey." It's the kid Martin Luther King, and he goes through the wormhole, and he ages, and you see him become a teenager, and you see him grow his mustache, and you see him like walk with his wife and his kids, and then all of a sudden it stops, and it's a real image. It's because they would splice in like real like footage of stuff, and it was like a real image with a cartoon shadow of him opening the door at the hotel that he was staying at before he got shot, and you just hear.
Oh.
Wow.
And I just remember little 6-7-year-old Brennan. I was just like, I cried. And I was bawling. And I went downstairs and I was like, why did he need to die? Why did Martin Luther King die?
They retconned it so that he knew. They fucking made him an even bigger hero.
I was dying.
Oh,
man.
That's the one thing.
Our friend Martin, it actually had like an all-star cast. Like I looked it up afterwards. Somebody else talk. I'll come up with the.
They pulled the boss on Martin Luther King. That's the one thing you can do in whatever it's like a character is already like a martyr or like a heroic figure that goes down for being a legend, and it's like you go back and you have the moment where it's like no. They did this knowingly and did it to save the future.
I know it's a podcast, but look at this picture.
Our friend Martin.
And it's animated, it's live action. Can't tell.
It's animated, but they would splice in little live action reflections of things. Yeah.
And the clock says 1941 in the corner.
What year did that come out?
1941.
1999
Directed.
We were peak 90s.
No.
And it consisted of a cast of different. They had a different person play Martin Luther King at every stage of his life. So LeVar Burton played him at 26. Jaleel White played him at 15.
Boy. They got everybody.
Yeah. Who else? Angela Bassett was in it. Danny Glover, Whoopi Goldberg, Samuel L. Jackson.
So literally all the warriors.
All the warriors. James Earl Jones was Martin Luther King's dad.
Everyone got in there.
John Travolta was in it.
All right.
Oprah Winfrey was Coretta Scott King.
God damn.
I didn't even know that. Jeez, this like...
It's like they got together, right? The black people delegation got together.
Like, how do we make Martin Luther King better?
How do we improve? How do we build and make it even more sad?
Let's make him Jesus.
That's
Let's
strong.
make him Jesus, Black John Connor, basically.
Yeah, right? Time traveler.
I have to go back.
Oh no!
That's the craziest thing I've heard.
It's on. It's on. We're
Never
gonna
heard
find it.
of this.
We're gonna find it.
Usually when someone says maybe a handful of people know this, you're like, fuck you, and then like everyone knows it. I've never heard of this.
Like soon Malcolm X took the plague into himself, and it was the only way to stop it from spreading.
Like, Willie gives me too much credit for knowing Meteor Man. Like, you know Meteor Man? I'm like, yeah, I do.
no.
But this never heard
It's
of
Martin
that.
Luther King joining the Avengers.
God damn it! Wow. All right.
Wow.